Let's get in there.
It's time to tune in. We don't got the stats and the info. Rocking with Flim and B Bad, that's my kinfolk. We got everything you need and some more. Reporting live with the sports. It's time for uproar, 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 uproar.
What's going on? What's going on? As always, I'm your host with the most, Reno Thompson here, and we are live here with Uproar Nation. As always, this is not just another show. This is a celebration for Tennessee State men's basketball, and they are headed to the NCAA tournament for the first time in 30 plus years. Big Blue cut down the nets in Evansville, handled some good business in the OVC championship, and now the whole city is waiting on that one question: where is TSU going? Where are they going to be dancing at? I'm Reno Thompson alongside my guys Derek Fleming. We got him in the building. What's up, Flem? We got
Yo, yo.
we got our resident and official now, as I'm gonna keep saying this, our insider, our analyst, the legend himself of Tissue Men's basketball, Curtis Davis. What's going on, Curtis?
What's up, family?
All right, and then we have a very, very special guest. You've seen her face all over Big Blue. She's supporting all things athletics. She does a lot of the grunt work to get the peoples involved, man. So we have the great Miss Tina Fox. She is the VP. Correct me if I'm wrong, Miss Tina. You're still VP of the National Alumni Chapter. Is that correct? Can you hear me, Tina?
Yes, I can hear you now.
Okay, okay. Good. Like I said, we got you checking in. We want to make sure that we get you right here. Like I said, you're our Nashville Alumni Chapter VP. You are our in football. You're our 12th man for the stands in basketball. You're our sixth man for the stands in women's and men's basketball. We want to thank you for coming out, man, to the show, man.
Thank you all and welcome everyone. Just excited about being a part of this Tiger Nation this evening.
Appreciate it. And as always, we want to get into some good stuff here as we celebrate some stuff. We want to bring you on because one, for this show, Miss Tina, we want to make sure that we really start to pull in the fan base and to really allow them to be celebrated and to hear from them as well too. So we want to first off, from the show standpoint, I want to thank you for the recent work you just did, man, and helping lead that great send off for the men's team into the OVC tournament, man. And as things flip, I saw where we now have a nice selection show watch party at Gentry Center this Sunday.
Yes.
Doors open at 4. It kicks off at 5 p.m. So it's going to be a good time.
Yes. It's a very exciting time at Tennessee State University. When you look at 32 years ago, those athletes who are playing now obviously were not even born. Mm-hmm. However, to be able to see what they have captured under Coach Smith in such a short period of time, hey, they deserved a send-off. And so that was my mentality, to make sure that they were sent off properly. And just to see the emotions on their faces, the excitement. It was almost like, is this really for us? And absolutely, it was for them. Yes, sir.
Definitely. Well, like I said, I'll kick this off with the first line of questioning here as we get to know. But just for me, as you spent so much time with the men's and women's team and the support work you do for them, and watching them win this title, what was that first emotion that hit you as an alumni and as a fan once the clock struck 0?
Yeah, so the first emotion, I was overwhelmed with pride, literally pride. I was around Tennessee State University when we won it 32 years ago, and to be able to be there for this current OVC win, it was just about pride. There are a lot of negative things that have been said about Tennessee State University, but this was a positive. This was not only for Tennessee State University, this was for the Nashville community. This was for the state of Tennessee. So I felt pride, and obviously that joy and celebration that comes along with pride comes along with watching something that had been a drought for 32 years, and then validation. Hey, we belong here, right? Tennessee State University is relevant, and Tennessee State University belongs in this big dance.
Oh yeah, good stuff there. I appreciate. I'm feeling it right now. I'm feeling it.
Yes.
Curtis, what you got?
First off, I want to thank you as an alum and also as a former basketball player for everything that you're doing in order to get the word out and also bring more fans to the arena, but also get people to the tournament. We appreciate everything that you're doing, and we just want to thank you again for all of your efforts and all of the work that you are doing, because you're doing all the stuff behind the scenes, the stuff that people don't see. So we really, really appreciate you for that. My question for you is, and it's more for the alums and those that are coming to the games. How can they get more information about getting packages in order to, once they figure out which city we're going to be playing in order to get to the tournament, as far as finding the team hotels and things of that nature?
Yeah, so obviously we won't know until Sunday. And so alumni, supporters, fans, the city, the state, we're going to have to act aggressively, right? We can't procrastinate. We know that it's going to happen if it's the good Lord's will, okay? But we have to already be preparing. We have to already start preparing, not just mentally, but financially as well, because we need to be there for those players. And so the main thing is preparation. I believe that preparation is just as important as presentation on Sunday. We need to begin preparing right now to show up and show out for those players whenever or wherever we are slated to be.
Awesome. Is there any place in particular that the university is shooting for as far as a city? Or are we looking at Tampa? Are we looking at St. Louis? Or right now we're just so happy to be in the tournament, we just don't care which city we're going to end up in?
Absolutely. Who really cares, right? When after 32 years that we have finally been able to cross that line again. And so obviously we've heard different scenarios, but at the end of the day, Curtis, as you've stated, who really cares? We just want to be able to go and support.
Yeah. Awesome. On to you, Flim.
So Miss Fox.
Yes, sir.
You know, I love me some Miss Fox.
Yes, sir. I love you some Mr. Fleming.
Hey, just thank you so much for the energy and the stick-to-itness. Because there's challenges that we won't discuss tonight. But you are a person that says, to hell with the challenges. We know what Tennessee State is all about, right? And, I saw the send-off and I was like, okay, this is awesome. Then I saw the kids' face. The kids, that's what it's about. The students and the student athletes. Well, me and you are both proponents of both, right? We believe it. We understand it. We know what Tennessee State was to us, and we continue that mission. So, for that being said, just thank you, Ms. Fox.
Sure.
Thank
Yes,
you.
sir.
Okay. So the next thing is there was a story that came out in the Tennessean this week. Well, actually Sunday, because the championship game was Saturday. And they talked about, Morehead State being 258 miles away, Tennessee State being 154 miles away. And Mike Organ, tilted that list and said Morehead State had more fans in the stands. Is that true, Ms. Fox? Did Morehead State have more fans in that Saturday championship game, or was Mike Organ pulling our chain?
Okay, so if you can repeat that, it was breaking up on this end.
Okay.
So repeat that last question. Mike Organ from the Tennessee.
Mike Organ from the Tennessee felt like Morehead State had more fans in the stands than we did. And do you believe that, Ms. Fox? I'm just asking the question. I wasn't there.
Yeah, so Mike Organ was absolutely wrong.
Okay.
He was absolutely wrong. In
right.
fact, Tennessee State University had more fans at Saturday's game and Friday night's game, if I'm truthful, than Morehead State did. Okay. We also had the most fans that has ever shown up in Evansville. Okay. Now, Mike Organ could have been a little confused because both teams were wearing blue and white. Okay.
Right.
And so, to be honest with you again, Tennessee State University, we were just inundated, just overwhelmed, literally, with the amount of fans that were there supporting Tennessee State University. So, Mike Organ, I love you. I like the work that you do on Tennessee State University.
We love
This
Mike.
Yes, this time, Brother Mike, you were off a little bit, unless you were counting Morehead State's blue and white fans for Tennessee State University fans.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Tell
Thank you.
Mike he got to get that right.
Yes, get that right, Mike. Get it right.
No doubt.
Good deal, good deal. Bather, hey, real quick, Miss Tina. So our other co-host of the show, Brandon Bather, former football player who played with me. He's and Bather, I'm gonna do your resume real quick, man, because this is a great one, man. So he spent time in the NFL. He's worked through NFL Films, NFL Network, doing a lot of behind the scenes production work, man. So he's done a lot of the creative insights for this show as well too, man. So just want to let you know he's the last one that just joined the show right here as well too. But none
Sorry,
other
Miss
than
Fox,
Coach Brandon Bather, B Bather.
Appreciate it, Reno. Appreciate the intro. Miss Fox, we really appreciate you being on, and we
Yes.
appreciate all the hard work you're doing. And it's just a beautiful thing seeing, Big Blue come together through great times like this. And it don't matter how many fans we had in the stand, we had many points on the board. So
Absolutely.
that's all that matters.
That's right.
But just another question for you is how important is it for TSU fans to just make this a real community moment and not just an athletic moment, but it's more of like a community building and for the future? How important is that?
Well, I think you have said the key word. The key word is community, right? This gives us an opportunity on this coming Sunday, particularly for those who may not be able to make the big dance, okay? But this gives us an opportunity as a community to come together to show that pride that we referenced earlier, so that the players.
Oh, I think we lost.
I think we lost you, Miss Fox.
Froze up. We're having a little technical difficulties
Yeah.
there.
So I'll step in. This is what I think that she was going to say if we can get it back.
She back.
Are you back?
Yes, I am. For some reason, it keeps going in and out.
Okay.
Yeah.
No problem.
But let me
You're
just
cooking.
say
You're
this.
cooking.
Yeah, okay. So let me just say this. So it energizes the players in a different way that it has never happened before. Obviously, this is the first time that this team, these players, these coaches will be going to the big dance. So just being in Gentry Center, showing that support is great. It also reflects the culture of Tennessee State University. We are supporters. We like our university. We have the passion for our university, and just putting it all together on Sunday would be a great thing. And ultimately, when fans treat this moment special, okay, as a community celebration, it becomes a powerful statement. It shows the community that we are one and that Tennessee State University is relevant. And so I'm excited about this coming Sunday. I'm excited about the potential to have hundreds, if not thousands, of persons flood Gentry Center at 4 o'clock on this coming Sunday. This is about being together, okay, being together. And it also shows the players how supported they have and the need for them to be supported. So I'm very excited about that.
Definitely. I was gonna ask a follow-up question there, but to me, you've pretty much answered it. And that question was going to be, for the people who have not been locked in all year, right? And for whatever reason, we're not gonna blame them for that. But they know what's going on now, so that's good to know. And I was going to ask, like, what would you say to them tonight about getting them into the building on Sunday? But you said that it is, it's this opportunity to give these student athletes some love and support. It's the opportunity for alumni or just general supporters of TSU basketball or just basketball in Nashville to come be a part of what could be a special run, man. Because I'm a steal Flem's. I do that a lot on this show, Tina. I steal his lines. I still cite him from time to time. So I do a little APA citing from time to time. Sometimes I don't, but I still believe that we're going to be able to get inside this dance, and I think we're going to be able to dance for a little bit.
I think so too.
I don't think this is going to be we happy to be here a moment. I think we're going to get in here and we're going to have something to write home about for years to come.
Absolutely. I think it's going to give us an opportunity to truly shock the nation, not just shock Tennessee, the state of Tennessee, but shock the nation. Our guys are well prepared. They came out in the tournament shooting like I've never seen them shoot before. In fact, Moorhead and UT Martin were just out of their sorts. It almost looked like they had scouted a different team. The University came out shooting. But to your point, Reno, even if it's the supporters' first time coming out to support Tennessee State University basketball, we still want them to
We do. We still want them to show up. I know what you're saying. We still want them to show up. So y'all, we got go ahead, Flem. Go ahead.
Yeah, you know, so the big thing, all right, Miss Fox, you're back. Okay, you good? Okay.
Yeah.
So we kind of
let me just say this. So again, it's about showing up, even if it's your first time, because years from now, you want to be able to say, I was in Gentry Center on March the 15th, 2026, when we sent off those Tigers to Tampa, to Ohio, to wherever we're going. You want to be a part of that, okay? You want to be a part of that journey, and that's going to be a lifetime memory. We don't know if this is going to ever happen to us again. So we're going to take advantage of the moment now. We're going to seize the opportunity this coming Sunday. So how I like to end, don't meet me there, beat me there.
There you go.
Beat me there, Gentry Center.
Right.
Gentry Center, doors open at 4 o'clock. You don't want to be there or come at 5 o'clock, 5:15. You're going to miss something, okay? So come, there's free food, free entertainment, DJ, music, all of those sorts. And you
AOB.
Yeah, AOB. And you will
Yes, sir.
and you will be able to see firsthand the OVC 2026 championship team and staff. So we're excited.
Is there anything that you need from us, Miss Fox? You know,
Great
I mean, you know, we're out here running parallel with you. We just trying to bring excitement and interest and promote and market Tennessee State University. Is there anything that Uproar can do? Because we'll love to be there. You know, we'll love to be there, bring our crowd, bring whatever we bring, our sauce as well to support you, because this is all about you, Miss Fox. You made this happen. No, we ain't gonna listen to it. We know you made it happen. We rolling with you. You know what I'm saying? We know what you did, so it's okay. We're not gonna go deep into it, but is there anything we can do to support? I mean, we're gonna show up, but is there anything that you need from us?
Yeah, so the community support obviously is what we need. And it's really not about, it was my idea, right? But to have so many people from the athletic department, from the Nashville alumni chapter to make it happen, right? And so want to definitely shout out Tennessee State University Athletics Department, Tennessee State University Nashville alumni chapter, and just the support of the community as well, okay? The only thing that I could think of right now is I spoke with Coach Locke on Sunday when they got back, and I asked him, you know, what are some things that they need? What I would like for us to do as a community, maybe we can get together on Sunday. We need to send them off with a lunch, right? We need to send them off with some food, some snacks and things of that nature. So if we could just pool together our resources and make sure that they have everything that they need. He did tell me that they are leaving on Wednesday. So perhaps on Sunday, we can just get together and ask fans for donations, ask fans to support them. They don't need to be worried about a meal. They don't need to be worried about a snack or a bottle of water. We should already be preparing those items for them right now.
Okay. All
Man,
right.
you sound like you done this before. You already know.
Definitely, man. Well, as always, Miss Tina Fox, you know, from us here at Uproar Radio to us as always former players at Tennessee State football and basketball. You know, it's obviously with Curtis, you know,
All boys,
you know, Me and Battle were ball boys in the early '90s, and watching
never
Curtis
know.
do his thing. Like I said, that's why we brought Curtis on, because he was the last
She
of the
keeps saying
championship days,
32
man.
years
So
ago. She got me
yeah.
feeling old over here. Can't do that to
No,
me.
I'm 37.
I'm showing my age, so don't do that.
Oh my goodness! But as always, Miss Tina, I know you got to run. You got to get your next appointment. But we thank you so much, and please do not let this be the last time that you join the show. We really appreciate it.
I enjoyed it. Also, what you didn't mention, Reno, I am also the community engagement coordinator for women's basketball. So I don't want to slight our women's basketball.
Not at all.
Yes.
Definitely.
I came up through women's basketball too in school. I was the play-by-play, and I ran that during. I was all girls basketball back when. What was her name?
Talking about undergrad.
Yeah.
Oh, with what was her name? Tina. Miss Coach Wells. Coach Wells, was it Coach
Wells? Tracy Wells.
Tracy, yes, Tracy, yes.
Wells.
Yes.
That's my dog.
Hey, and before you get off the spot, I personally want to thank you. My TSU mom, Angela Lewis, passed away last year, and I know you guys were great friends. You guys supported each other. I just want to thank you for everything that you did for that family during that time. And again, you're such a great person, and I just want to thank you again for everything that you did during that time.
Absolutely. Hey, we're a family. That's what families do. Yes, we show up when we need to.
Amen.
Thank you. Definitely. Well, again, we thank you. We thank you. Give it up for Miss Tina Fox, everybody. All righty, man. That was good right there, man. Like she
was on point, Reno.
Yeah, man. She. I mean, I tell you this, y'all,
switch
man.
the graphic back.
For the folks who, for the folks who just don't get a chance to be around the program like that. I mean, she's just one of those folks that, as a player, like, you just love that you got them around. Like she's one of those ones, man, that you love to have around. I think for us, even though he was on staff, but it was Leon Moore, Coach Moore, man, and a former great player as well too. But he still gives you that Uncle Pops vibe in conversations throughout practice. You got a period in practice where the focus is not on your position, so you got a little downtime. But it's like he taps in with you, man. Like, and that's what Tina does, man. So shout out to her, man.
Yeah, man. And we didn't get into it, but Tina powers through the BS. Right, that's what she does.
She see all them plaques on the wall back there.
Right, she powers through the BS. You know what I mean? And I'm pretty sure when she tried to make this thing happen, it wasn't recognized or appreciated. But she probably drove through it, right? She drove through it, and you saw it on Gentry. So now they can't deny her, right? Yeah. They can't deny Miss Fox. How they gonna deny her? They can't. Now we're getting what we should have, but it should be coming from the folks that get paid Monday through Friday. Hold on.
Yeah. I mean, they gonna claim it. It's like we're gonna hold it down. We're gonna,
hey, Curtis, I didn't mean to do it, Curtis.
Hey, man, you ain't gonna make me put my Obama hat on. We're not doing that today, man. Don't make me be the political guy here. We're not doing that. But no, you're exactly right. We have to do more from top to bottom, and it starts at the top. We gotta be able to get the word out, keep people involved, but at the same time, let's just be honest with it. Folks got to make a living, and we got to pay people what they're worth. And if people are doing an outstanding job of lifting the community, because what also people don't understand about a moment like this, it doesn't just help athletic recruiting and help basketball. It helps recruit other students to your school, and it puts you in
enrollment.
Yes. we went from my freshman year, we went from 7,500, then we went to like 12,000 students our following year. We were in the tournament. So this is a huge moment, and you have to make sure that you're showing that the school is supported, because if I don't see you supporting a team that's winning, what makes you think I'm going to come there and play?
Yeah.
And same thing that happens, you want to, don't get me wrong, I'm not saying that athletics is top priority, but you want to go to a school that wins, because now pride in your university because of your athletics. So this is a huge moment here, and we gotta treat it as such.
It is, man. It is, man. Let's get into it, man. So we're gonna talk all things bracket, man, and just again, as for the folks listening in, like we got some strong stuff that we believe from what we've read. Again, we don't know the final things until Sunday, but for me, man, this is we've all said this is bigger than just one hot night because I think we played very, very well the last half of the season. Obviously, had a good season, a really great season, but it was a lot stronger down the stretch, and that's what you want to do as you catch a rhythm. So for me, with TSU winning, obviously 93 67 and in the title championship game there last week, shot the lights out from three. We clinched the program's first title bid since 94. It's a lot of stuff going on, man. But I'm gonna go to you on this, Flim, man. Does this feel like a breakthrough moment for the program, or is this more of a beginning of a new standard? What do you, from just your initial of this, how do you feel about it?
Well, we're excited about the opportunity, and we're grateful and happy about what's going on with the program. Um, and the last four games, this team has beat people by 18 points. I average at 18 points. That's what they're averaging, right? So we'll ride this wave all the way to its the end. The thing is, people say, "Hey, man, Coach Smith is getting ready to leave. Coach Smith getting ready to do this," or Coach Smith hasn't recruited anyone yet. Okay. So this team is a bunch of grown kids that have been playing ball for 5 and 6 years NCAA wise.
Mhm.
So we're gonna ride with Coach, but I don't think Coach is getting ready to leave because he has to recruit like 5 starters next year.
Mhm.
That's what it is. So we're gonna stay in the moment now and say, hey, if we get a 15 seed, I think we might play Michigan State. Or if we stay away from the big teams that have big bodies, if we get into a guard-dominated team that's in that top 1 or 2, they're in trouble.
We long too now.
Yeah, they don't want to see no
play
1 or
that
2
defense.
seed that's guard-driven wants to see Tennessee State University. Like I saw Michigan State. Michigan State's in trouble if they see us.
Mhm.
You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
Like
Tom
I'm hearing like my folks in Mississippi, like, hey Flim, y'all can do a Mississippi Valley run like in the 90s and go to the Sweet 16 with this team.
My cousin was on that team, Flim.
Yeah.
Mm.
You know what I mean?
Rest in peace, him. He gone, but he was on that team.
So that's all I'm saying. So yeah, we're gonna take advantage of the situation. Coach Smith has done a hell of a job. That team's on fire. 18-point average defeats with the last 4 games.
Yeah.
They're beating the brakes off people.
Right. So to put the cap on it, you're saying that this is more of a breakthrough moment right now, because the standard is yet to be. Standard takes more than just the one-off. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
Okay, gotcha.
I didn't answer your question, Reno. I'm sorry. I went
No,
on
you good. We just want to make sure we got it right there, man. Like I said, so there, Curtis, I'm going to go to you. Nationally, when people look at TSU now, right, and you've been in this situation as a player, what should they see first? Should they see this as, like Ballard just mentioned, the great story of a Mississippi Valley State, or I think when Hampton got in there and they was a 16 seed and what did they beat, UConn or something like that, and then you got, or could we end up actually being like a dangerous mid-major?
We're definitely a dangerous team in this tournament, but I don't think we're going to take teams by surprise, and it's not because of anything else other than we have a coach who has a national name, because everyone knows who Nolan Smith is. So they're going to kind of lock in and know a little bit more about this team than what they would have known about other teams. Mm-hmm. But the difference is you can know something, but stopping it is 2 different things. We have one of the best backcourts in the country. I'm not saying that just to be pubbing these guys up. They're one of the best backcourts in the country. You got 3 guys who can score off the bounce. They got in between games. They got mid-range.
Yeah.
They can shoot the 3. You don't have that in too many backcourts in this country. So teams are gonna be on alert when they play us. If we play, like they say, a guard-dominated team that don't have too many bigs on their team, or their bigs aren't dominant,
they in trouble.
Really shock some people in the first couple of rounds. Only right now, the way basketball is played right now, you don't have a lot of bigs anyway. So we're not going to run into teams like Duke early in the tournament where they're going to have bigs and can pound it on the inside on us. But even with that, we have talented players on this team, especially our backcourt, who can go out and fill the bucket up. But I think the difference with us, and the reason we've been able to turn it up, and you're seeing these 18-point wins, 20-point wins, 30-point leads sometime in these games, is because we've picked it up on the defense. Our defense is matching our offense now. And now that we can really, really clamp in and lock people down on the defensive end, nobody, especially in the OVC, could play with us.
Oh, yeah.
Quick question, Curtis.
Yes, sir.
When you was watching that game on Saturday, right, and they jumped out and had 50 points in the first half, what did you think?
I think when we talked about it before that, Moorhead couldn't handle getting punched in the mouth. We talked about that. Mike Tyson had one of the greatest phrases in there. Everybody got a plan until they get punched in the mouth.
Right.
They didn't respond well when they got punched in the mouth. I think the pressure of the game got to them. And then when they got behind, you're not going to outshoot us. You're not going to outquick us, and you're not going to be more athletic than us. So once they got down, I think we kind of snatched their hearts early in the game, and they weren't able to recover. I think if it had happened the other way around, we would have got back in the game, because we had the mentality in order to get back into a game. But no, when they got up 55, scored 55 points in the first half, I was like, we're going to bring this thing home, and these guys going to close this thing out.
Okay.
No, you good, man. My question up for you, Bather, on this one. I mean, what does it say about the team that didn't just win a championship game or even a semifinal game, right? They dominated both, you know. So you as our resident championship coach, right? When you dominate in a championship game, you know, and semifinal games, right? You know, what does that say? What does that say to you?
Listen, man, when you can put a team away and you can, you clicking on all cylinders, man, it goes to what Miss Fox was talking about, preparation, man. These guys are ready, dude. They locked in. They playing with a spirit, a TSU spirit that's been, long waiting to erupt, because you got to think, when it comes to just the whole university and all the backlash and all the negative and all the state stealing the money, we the best team in Tennessee right now.
Mm-hmm.
We the best college basketball team in Tennessee. All the funding and stuff, that everything we've been going through, you just got to keep going, man. You just got to keep pushing, and just being able to be locked in and keep playing, bro. It's beautiful to watch, man. I'm from out of town. Like, I'm not from out of town, but I'm out of town now, so I don't really get to talk, sports and TSU basketball with anybody but you guys. All the fans out here, and you don't understand the feeling it is when you turn on that TV and you see people in the stands cheering. You get to see the boys high flying, looking like hitting that. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's a good feeling, man. To make it like I want to, show my, like, if it's anything on the East Coast, Reno, I'm there. Anything on the East Coast bracket wise,
it's in Buffalo.
Listen, I'm there. You feel me? Because it's a great, great experience for those guys, but for the fans, like you said, it's a big stage.
Yeah.
From the marketing, from the recruitment, like we get to showcase. And you gotta think, HBCU, it's only like 2 of us that made the tournament, 2 or 3 of us that made the tournament.
Mm-hmm.
Once we get past, that first, second round, we got everybody pulling for us.
Yeah.
Everybody gonna hop on that HBCU bandwagon. You see what I'm saying?
Hey, I'm telling you, if we get Michigan State, okay, if we get, I've been watching it all since Saturday. You know what I'm saying? I'm behind the scenes. I'm a numbers guy. I'm a fiduciary. If Michigan State gets a 2 seed and we get a 15 seed, right? Michigan State ass is in trouble.
Yeah.
The 2 seed is in trouble.
If
we get a 3 seed, if we get to a 14, if we get a 14 seed, what you think, Curtis? A 14 seed, a 3? If anybody's guard dominant, their ass is in trouble.
Just think why. Go ahead. My bad, Curtis.
Oh, no. I mean, no. The biggest thing with it is we can match up on the perimeter.
Thank you. Yeah.
And I mean,
we can guard anybody.
And you have a point guard who knows how to control the pace of a game. And that's so key in the NCAA tournament. And I don't think we're going to go into this thing afraid, because I think we're kind of going in this thing as giant killers. I was watching an interview with Coach Smith on one of the local stations, and that was one of the things that he's talked about with his kids was that, look here, yeah, we made the tournament. We did something that hadn't been done in 30 some odd years, but are y'all satisfied? Is this the end of the road for us? Are we going to get in this tournament and we're going to make a little noise? So you can see that he's already mentally preparing these kids to be like, don't be satisfied. This is not enough. We can do more.
You're greater than this. Yeah, you're greater than just a birth.
Mhm.
You could make a run. You could make history.
This is special. And
Yeah.
people have to understand how special this was. It was just like us when we played Kentucky my sophomore year. We should have beat them. To be honest with you,
Yes, man, we talked about that.
If I'm telling you this right now, I
we
will
talked
always
about
believe this, and I'm gonna talk this noise till I talk this noise.
Mhm.
If
Yep.
my room dog hadn't have broke his wrist, I'm talking about
Monte Wilson wouldn't have broke his wrist.
we
Y'all
would've
would have beat Kentucky.
crap out of them boys at the end of the day.
Absolutely.
I'm just being honest with you.
Absolutely.
And now you have so many of these programs who are getting these one and done kids, and you
Yeah.
have kids like us who've been in the program for a while, who have a rapport, who know how to play together, and not going to be afraid of the spotlight and not going to be afraid of the stage. So we have a great opportunity here, man. If we go into this game, and I know Coach Smith is going to have these guys prepared, we can win a round or two. I mean, I could really see this team getting to the Sweet 16. I really can.
Hey Curtis. Hey Curtis.
Go ahead.
Hey Curtis.
Yes, sir.
I just talked to my dad passed away in 2012, right?
Yes,
and his
sorry to
best
hear that.
friend has been my dad, which is Dr. Harvey Wayne Bowles, the team doctor. He just talked about that Kentucky game. You just brought up that Kentucky game.
Yep.
If Monte Wilson doesn't break his wrist, y'all beat Kentucky.
Yep.
Absolutely. Because they didn't pull away to the last 2 minutes of that game.
The biggest thing with that game is that we could match up with them on the perimeter. Kentucky at that time were known for having a deep bench. They had like Tony Delk. They had Roderick Rose.
Yeah.
Was Ron Mercer there?
Ron Mercer wasn't there yet.
Okay.
They
Nah.
had
Mhm.
a deep backcourt. I think Coach Ford, I forgot where he is now. He was on that team as well.
You talking about Dana Ford?
I can't remember his. I can't remember.
Not Dana Ford.
But the reality was we could match up with them because I was 6'7", Monty was 6'4", Tim was 6'2", 6'3". We could match up with them on the perimeter, and they had no answer for Los on the inside.
Nobody had no answer for low.
we go back and we repeat that, and we would have won that game if we would have been completely healthy. But even with that, we still should have beat them that night without Monty playing because, like I say, the last 2 minutes just got away from us. But that's the thing these guys got to guard against.
Could you explain to some of the the viewers out there the basic I wouldn't say fundamentals, but the stuff that you see in this team that transfers across basketball? Because I see the length, I see the rebounding, I see the deflections, I see the limited turn of the free throw. Like if we could break that down for like how, because small school, big school, but basketball is basketball.
Yes, I think the one thing that people don't give this team here credit for is they can play defense without fouling. They have some of the best hands of any team that I have seen in a very long time. They know how to defend. They don't get their hand caught in the cookie jar reaching, but at the same time, if you put that thing out there, we go on the other way.
Yeah.
And this team is excellent. That now it took them a while. Offensively, they could have always played with anybody, but they just didn't get into a defensive rhythm until about 2 or 3 weeks left in the schedule. And once they turned that curve, and once they were able to match their defensive their defensive effort with their offensive effort, they just took off. And now we OVC champs, and we can quit saying 32 years of this and 32 years of that. We champions now, man. And I trust me. If you go on our timeline, I mean, we had a Zoom party and everything else while we were watching the game. Guys couldn't have been more happier for this group. For this
For real?
Yeah,
That's dope.
what it's all about.
Heck yeah. Well, I hope y'all recorded that, man. I really do, man. Let's
No,
let-
those are those memories that you can't get back. Because we remember
Yeah.
when we were in Lexington, Kentucky, and we won our first tournament, how many people came up. The only difference was, and I'll give these guys, because we went on spring break the week of the OVC tournament. So when we came back, that was like a ghost town when we came back. But these guys were able to not only get sent off well, but able to come back to a big crowd as well. So that'll lead into it, man. They know this community is behind them.
I saw them pictures, Flam. I thought about it. I said, we got some media out there. I got to see the pictures.
You know, the thing is, man, as we talk about with Curtis, you know what I'm saying? I was a kid in the stands when he was out there playing. And you was a kid, and Reno was a kid out there with the ball. The thing is that we have to recognize the importance of Tennessee State University in Nashville.
Right.
And what Tina Fox did was brought Nashville by Tennessee State. So what we're going to ask from Tennessee State,
Nashville, pull up.
Administration, you know what I mean?
Park, middle school, everybody.
Come on, man, we here.
Yeah.
We here. You know, we going to pull up. Me and Reno going to pull up on Sunday.
Listen,
you know what I'm saying? We don't know what we're doing in California.
Invite all the basketball teams out, man. All the middle school teams. Get them coaches so they can meet the boys, so they can see it.
Absolutely. Those are phone calls away, man. There's Dooney and Burke over there at Rose Park. Come on, Dooney and Burke, Tennessee State.
Come on, man. Get them right there.
Over there, Antioch. You know what I'm saying? I had my Antioch shirt on the other day. And we got so many people that are Tennessee State people. Just doesn't need an invitation.
That's it, man. That's it, man. Look here, man. We're gonna really get into this bracket now, man. Because I need you to go ahead.
Kurt. 1 second. Let me add that other thing. The other thing that we need to do, we got to start reaching out to our alumni chapters in all of the cities that may be hosts, so we can go ahead and start getting that around.
Yeah.
So if it's St. Louis, if it's Tampa, wherever it is, we got to start reaching out to our alumni base there and starting to generate this excitement so that we can make sure our guys are supported when they get to that city.
Hey, Curtis, we're going to Buffalo. I keep telling you, we're going to Buffalo. Okay.
So you think it's Buffalo?
Hey, man. I want them to go wherever God sends them, but please don't let it be Buffalo. We ain't doing that. Yeah, not doing that.
Yeah, man.
Not doing Buffalo.
Yeah.
They ain't no more snow right now. They done snowing.
Yeah, man. Hey, Kurt, let's it's time to talk this bracket, man. You know, the confetti has fallen, so the nets have been cut, man. So for me, it is you know, I need you to help us really figure out this bracket, man. And for the folks who are, again, for those fair weather folks, not just TSU fair weather, but just general fair weather college basketball fans, they only show up in March Madness. I'm gonna ask a very simple question here. Just break down the difference between automatic bids and like those, as they say, C-line reality folks or whatever. You know, those barely got in folks.
Yeah,
appreciate it. Yeah, we need to know.
All of your Division 1A programs that win their tournament, they'll get automatic bids to the tournament. That's why when the major conferences like the SEC, ACC, you want the top seeds to win, because the mid-majors and then also other teams that may be worthy could lose a spot. Say, for instance, if Syracuse was to win the ACC tournament this year, it's going to take a spot away from a more deserving team with a better record. Also, and it's one of the things that hurt us. It's not that we have one, like, I think right now we're ranked in strength of schedule like 170th in the country. It's not that we're ranked 170th in the country. It's the fact that teams that are in our conference were not as strong. So we're against the strength of schedule. So that plays a big part of it as well. So you don't want to get caught up in that mix where you're the last four in. That means that you have to play a game in order to get into the field of 64. Yeah. So it's a lot of things that are really, really, really tricky now when it comes to the NCAA tournament. But one thing I know, we're not going to be one of the teams that's the last four in. And then two, I know we're going to get, in my estimates, a 14 seed or higher because of the great basketball that we play, and they know that we're a really good team. Because if you
people that know that the people that know basketball know is what
you ever been in a 15 and 16 seed, and we come in here and we knock out a number one seed, you're going to tear that whole tournament bracket up at the end of the day. So
Yeah.
I just do not see them getting the lower seed.
Yeah. So tell me this: when a committee evaluates, TSU, what do you think before we find out on Sunday? What do you think they're going to weigh the most? Is it going to be our overall record, our league strength, our metrics, our eye test from what you actually watch from start to finish? Or just simply as just us winning the conference? Which one you think they're going to look at the most?
You also have to look with this committee. They're going to be looking at so many teams. They're basically going to be looking at box scores. They're not going to go back and watch games and all this other stuff and really see how good of a team that you are. But one thing they are going to look at, they're going to look at our schedule and like, dang, end of this conference, they won 10 out of their last 11.
Mm-hmm.
And majority of those games were won in double digits. And they really, really were blowing people out. So you as a committee going to be like, am I going to put them in there with the 15 seed and we lose our 2 early? Am I going to put them in there with a 16 seed and lose our 1 early? We don't want that. So that's why I see them grading us a lot higher than what people would think that they were, so they can make sure that because we're going to be one of them teams who are going to be on upset alert. I don't care who we play.
Yeah, that's what I said. I thought we would be somewhere between 12 to 14, but I've been told I was like,
I
nah,
said,
they don't.
you ain't got to be Ted. I said it.
Hey man, I ain't want to point no fingers, man. You know what I'm saying? You my brother. You my brother, man. I want to.
Right. Listen, I said it. You know what I'm saying? Because it just makes sense. Because we're not going to be a play-in team. I don't believe we're going to be a play-in team.
Mm-hmm.
We did have some good, well, we're Division I, so you can't see Division I wins. We beat UNLV. We beat the brakes off UT Martin, which had a lot of, buzz early in the season, just because of all the European players they had and their system. We beat the brakes off them all 3 times. So
get them out of here, yeah.
So the thing is now it's about who wins the tournament, right? Who wins the tournaments this week? And if it's some teams that win the tournament that shouldn't have won the tournament, I think that helps us get to the 14 or the 13 space. But if people don't win the tournament that shouldn't have won it, I think we're at 15 or. Some of these projections have a 16 against Duke just because of the storyline. So that's what we have.
I see. I don't want to think like this, but I always feel that we get cheated when it comes to basketball. I feel like the refs be against us. This ain't just from this year. This is from years of cover. Like I said, I used to do the play-by-play film. I've been watching the games, and they never cut us a break. In any basketball, I've never seen us get like calls. Like you said, I saw y'all post the other day when they was talking about that game that we beat SEMO and how the refs were just, the announcers weren't being, they were being unbiased. And I'm just like, are they going to set us up? Are they going to make it hard for us, bro? And I don't mind it being hard, but I definitely don't think we're going to get any favors when it comes to when they see that team that we balling and they look back, and some people don't like to talk about it, but I think it's, they see Tennessee State. Oh, we can't let them. No, put them against the hardest team.
You have to understand it.
Yeah, I don't know. So tell me, Coach.
No, number one, refs are human too, and also these committees.
Got 2 refs, so me and Reno, we reffing now.
Yeah. Me too. I've been reffing for 20 years, 5 years.
But also this NCAA tournament is fun, but this is about making money, and it's about matchups. And it's about who can draw a TV audience.
Right.
Not saying that we're never going to make an excuse for it because we're going to play through anything.
Right.
We were playing, we knew. When we played Seton Hall my freshman year, and then we played Kentucky my sophomore year. They didn't want us to win. Fact of it is because Kentucky, Seton Hall were going to draw a bigger audience. And they were the bigger name, which means they had more of a national appeal. So, of course, those teams, they want to keep them in the tournament as long as possible. So it's going to be hard for a mid-major to beat a bigger conference team, because it's not just going to be 5-on-5. It's going to be 5-on-8. It's what it is, because this is a business at the end of the day.
Good. So you validated me a little bit.
No, I'm just keeping it a buck. You know,
Yeah, I agree.
What are more people going to watch? More people going to watch Duke in the Final Four, or if we get to the Final Four? It's a great story for us, but
Great story, but yeah,
the reality of it is, who would they want in that Final Four? They would want Duke. It's just what it is.
yeah.
So yeah, for me, so now you went towards it already. It's a question I had lined up. It was about just the difficulty of, a one, I guess a one league bid championship like we're in, right? From the OVC to climb out of most times it's going to be a 15, 16 seed, but you've highlighted already. So I think our profile is strong.
We can touch on that even more, because the other thing that people don't understand is that each team gets a certain amount of money for each round that they're in the tournament. That's why all these teams are wanting to get as many teams in there as possible. When I was playing, each team got $250,000 every round that they participated in. So, of course, if you're in the SEC and you get 8 teams in, you already got, if we're going by the standard I was playing, that's $250 a round for every round that they play in. That's money that's going back to the SEC. So, of course, they want to get all these mid-majors and stuff out of there as quickly as possible, because, again, it comes back to money that's being generated for the conference, because they're going to split that throughout the school. Then also merchandise sales and everything else. The further they go, like, say, for instance, we were to get to the Sweet 16, all 4 of us going to go buy a Sweet 16 shirt because we want to commemorate that at the end of the day.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
it all come back to that money.
So tell me this. So are you saying that the conferences create, I guess, incentives for their leagues if X amount go to the field of 64? It's not tied to the NCAA, right? It's tied to what the conferences decide to do, correct?
It's not tied to come. This is how much the NCAA is going to pay each school to be in the conference. Like I say, NCAA, people talk about it all they want. It's a business, and that they're fighting this NIL thing for a reason, because they want to make sure that they keep all the money in their coffer as much as possible. So this is how this thing has always worked. When it came to NCAA tournament, when it comes to bowl games, each one of those schools are going to get a certain amount of money, whether they win or lose the national championship or they get to a certain bowl. Same thing with NCAA. So
we need that Final Four.
If we were to get to a Sweet 16, you're talking about 3 rounds of whatever they're paying for each round. That's going to come back to the OVC.
Gotcha. Okay. Yeah, just reading a quick comments right here before you go back. Reading a quick comment here. My boy Rodney from 28th and Jefferson just posted. He's saying that his concern is about them looking for a storyline, right? So potentially they're trying to piece us against a Howard. He's like, they might try some stuff like that, or I think he's talking about more like a play-in situation. But again, we should not be in a play-in situation. And then he's just talking about Howard's TSU winner plays, 1 seed Duke, and he's just like, nah. That's his concerns of them potentially trying to truly like jerk the system here, man. But
I feel him on that. That's something they would do.
I think it's far from that, man. I
hope so. I mean, I think, like you said, the skill set shows on tape we pretty dominant. But
you're looking at it like, say, for instance, Matt from MEAC, SWAC, they're gonna play potential 9 seed is who they end up playing, and those is gonna be tough for those teams, because of course if it's a 9 seed, it's probably gonna come from a ACC, Pac-10, one of those type of conferences, and of course it's gonna be a very tough game anyway. But they're gonna want to see the bigger name conference team get into the tournament. So, you just got to be on your P's and Q's and understand that, you're going to have to play through fouls. You're going to have to play through bad whistles. But in the day, if you know that you are the better team, you got to get out there and show them that.
Yeah.
Got to. So from there, man, for me, it's do you think the committee values the fact that TSU was the number 1 seed in the OVC tournament and also won the regular season and not just the tournament? Because I like to think that when they've done, and again, this is me just trying to project that, you could tell me again that I'm going too far with this on the thought process, but it's like, is this them, are they going to look at all of that stuff, or is it going to really just stick to as you said, Curtis, it's box score, it's TSU, OVC. We saw what they did. These last 10 games, the 5 games they did, and then okay, we're gonna play some here.
No. They're gonna look at everything and they'll go through it thoroughly. Like I said, they're not gonna watch games or anything like that, but they're gonna know that we won the regular season conference title. They also gonna look at TSU. This is a great story. Haven't been back to the tournament in over 30 some odd years. You got Nolan Smith, who played outstandingly one year when he won the national title there at Duke. It's a lot of stories that you can tell with this. And like even Aaron's story, the kid that's come from a Division III, played there 2 years before transferred, played at TSU, and went from a guy who was coming off the bench to now a guy who is the OVC Player of the Year. It's a lot of great stories that you can tell. Even Dante's story. I mean, he's been to multiple schools and
About a point guard, right?
yeah, he's been to
Yeah, that's what I was.
schools and
He
to
got Player of the Year 1 year.
and to end up where he is and in the position that he's in now, man. There's just a lot of great stories that you can tell here.
Well, just to say, I'm gonna just say this:
Oh, I got something for you.
if
too,
we
right?
got a Big Ten, if we get a Big Ten, a Purdue or a Michigan State, if we get into that type of stuff, we gonna win. I'm just telling you, we just don't need to get no Arkansas, no Florida.
that touches that comment. Somebody asked
Yeah.
what kind of
We
opponent.
need that.
Yeah, we just don't need to run into a team that has excellent skill bigs. I don't care about running into a big, but if he has no skills, that's not going to really. But we run into skill bigs. That's the only problems that we have because that's a hard matchup for us.
Yeah.
Foul.
we ain't got no depth though, Ballard. We ain't got no depth.
Man, if we got somebody on the bench to take him out, you gotta have that one guy to take him out.
It's so funny you guys say that because that was one of the things that and I was because I went on everybody live I could on Facebook that was at the game and we was having a great time, but I actually got caught up in it because there was actually a debate going online. They were like, which team would have won, Curtis? Would y'all have beat this team here and that type of thing? I was like, we matched up everywhere with them on the perimeter. This team just wouldn't have been able to match up with Carlos, and that would have been the difference. And that's the only fear that I have now with this team. They run into somebody like a Duke, and you run into somebody like Boozer, who's a skill big. Yep. Those are the issues that we're gonna have.
I think our bigs though, they got potential. Like it could come out.
Yeah. But they're seniors though. But rather they're seniors, and they still make a bunch of fouls. Lorik is talented, extremely talented, but he'll get 3 fouls in 10 minutes, and you sitting there like, "Come on, man." Like, what are you doing? You know what I'm saying? And he's a mature player. Petrie, I mean, the sky's the limit with Petrie. He's a senior, does the same thing. So, the reservedness comes from our backcourt, which is our wings, right?
Yeah, that's our strength, and that's nothing against Petrie or any of our other Williams, who's another great post player for as well. It's nothing against him. It's just when you run into somebody like the Boozers of the world who are going to be 6'9", 6'10", skill. Not only can take you on the post, but they can take you out there on the perimeter as well. It's just a hard matchup for those guys.
Yeah.
And basketball is most sports are matchups, football, basketball, but basketball, you match up, it could be a long day.
Sure. You guys are right. Definitely right.
I'm seeing another question come in from the chat here from Twitter. If the bracket breaks right, what has to travel immediately? Is it shooting, rebounding, guard control, or ...
I would say defense. Defense got to travel.
I think our defense and our length and our wing play is going to give everybody a problem.
Some trouble, yeah.
I mean, if you look at the NBA, and I'm not a big basketball guy, but the last couple of years, wing play has dominated the NBA. And that's who's won the championships, So, Boston, Tatum, Brown, those guys, SGA, and those guys over there, the Lakers are trying to do it. But wing play dominates basketball right now. It used to be a big man game, but big man game is not where it is. Now, Wemby is something different. Okay. Wemby is changing the game, but normally
Shake your head at Curtis. What you shaking your head at?
Hey man, that dude is an Outcast album cover. That dude an alien. No, don't do that. He's totally different, man.
Yeah, man, that bro right there is something special, bro. He's gonna change the game of basketball. I mean, and they could win it all this year. They're 30 games over 500.
Yep.
Um,
They're second in the West, and they've chopped down that lead. And every time they saw OKC, they put their foot in them. So I'm with you on all that.
yeah,
My first game I watched this year was that Spurs game to start the season, and I turned it off. I said, "Oh, I'm convinced." I'm convinced. Wemby first game of the season, he dropped like 30, coming off injury.
I thought I thought Anthony Davis was going to retire after that game.
Oh man,
Wemby.
give me a jersey.
Heck yeah. Question for the group here.
Got Reno.
Are we too focused on seed number and not focused enough on matchup style? Like, and again, well, let me say me. I'm gonna say me.
So. I think it don't matter what seed we get. I think we just gotta play.
Okay.
I think, like I said, I think it's gonna be tough either way around. But I think like you said, we just talked about it. We got the guards, we got the length, we got the hustle. I think it's gonna be tough, bro. Every game I watched them play this year, I probably watched like 5 games for Tennessee State.
Yeah.
I was just impressed because all the stuff that they told us in high school, when I played high school basketball, I didn't play, in college, Coach Davis, but we was a 20+ win team at Laverne. We sub-state, we had my coach coached at Moorhead when we got done. He's at Blackman now. They going to the state tournament, and he always ate deflections, rebounds, not turning the ball over, taking good shots, quality shots. You can't be taking bad shots. You feel me? No rush, and we do that. We do good stuff. So
yeah,
I think we're straight.
I think what also people are not paying more attention to is that we don't play again for another week and a half. We don't want to lose that edge that we have now.
Right.
Practices this week need to be contentious. They need to be hard. They not to the point where you're injuring people, but we need to be able to get up and down and be physical with each other and stay on that edge that we have now. It's different with teams that are coming from the ACC, SEC. They're going to play all this week, then go into the tournament. So they'll still be on their P's and Q's. We got a whole week and a half off. Like I said, the guys won't leave until Wednesday of next week.
Does that hurt you or help you as a player?
It depends on how you practice this week and can you keep that edge. The good thing about being off for this period of time, if you have a little knickknacks and injuries and things of that nature, you can clean those up and get guys as healthy as possible going into the tournament. But the other part of it is you can be playing extremely well, and the last thing you need is a long extended layoff, and it takes that edge off, and then you get into that first game and it takes you
start a little slower. Yeah,
it takes you 10 minutes to kind of get things going, and by that time they done blew you out and they thinking about the next round. So the biggest thing with it is can you—
That's a great point, Coach. That's a great point. We ain't talked about that yet.
Yep.
That's it, man. And another thing I've been thinking about as we just talk all things bracket and just for Tennessee State's purposes, but a lot of times you hear those I call them those lazy ass national storylines around teams like this, man. Man, look here, man. They had a great run, and now they're walking into the field of 64, and they're just so happy to be here, and the other team is acting like, oh, they're just happy to be here. And I'm like, you hear that a lot about these situations, man. But again, men's basketball is not women's basketball. Women's basketball, typically the top seeds are all gonna, like, it's rare you see upsets, in early rounds of women's basketball. When we see upsets, it's like the 5th seed beat like the 1 seed or something like that, as you get to like the lead 8 rounds and stuff like that. But in men's basketball, it gets cutthroat, week 1, man, weekend 1, man. So for me, it's just those storylines to where I'm watching those kind of things just to see what they're saying about us and just teams similar to us that are coming from the mid majors, man. But I'm telling you, man, and we're all saying it, but it's gonna be we're gonna have something to say, man. We're gonna have something to say come next week.
Definitely.
And I think the the intensity of the tournament is unmatched, bro. You could probably speak to it, Coach. You just think about playing tournaments and you the competition, the competitiveness. Like, man, that one shining moment. Like, listen, this tournament, this is what everybody been waiting on all year. They wait on the Super Bowl, they wait on the tournament, they wait on the NBA. Like, these boys about to be going at it these next, month and a half. So,
it's a lot that you got to take in. One, like you say, you got this long layoff this week. Also, like you say, everybody praising you. Everybody is
telling how good you are.
You're the greatest thing since sliced bread. This week, then now you're also going to be traveling. Guys are going to be flying to where they are. Usually we are us going where we usually are.
Yeah.
We hope. We hope.
Man, with the boys, man, it's too many TSU flight attendants, man.
Hey, man, we hope, man. I don't know, Curtis. My bad.
He's like, you funny.
Bro, my 707 team can fly for him.
He got our guys riding the Buster Buffalo, man.
This what they
talk about. Suck it up, you guys. This the best we can do.
That's what our athletic department been doing out there, man. They've been giving out that need.
This is the part here that helps. NCAA handles all the travel. So
great. We got a chance.
Don't have
hey boy, they so stay. Hey,
they handle all the accommodations. They also give you your per diem. Like each player is going to get a certain amount of money.
Great news.
All that
we so thankful.
It ain't that in football. Football did not get that love, and maybe it's just because football has X amount of players and coaches, and it's a harder thing to cover.
We ain't been to the playoffs.
When we were in school, even during the regular season, they would give you like $30 a day for meals.
I mean, we got that. Well, bad, you didn't get that. So real quick, the switch was this, right? So
we got recruit money. We got money to take recruits out, but
no, I ain't talking about that. So as a player, so like our freshman year, my true freshman year, after the game, they gave us per diem.
Yeah,
to go eat.
So you got that, right? Yeah. But the switch was when Coach Webb came in to head coach. He just took that per diem money and bought you your post game meal. That's what he did. Because most of us, we was like, I'm gonna take this $30 and go party. I go to back then when it was still good enough to go to Wendy's and make. I'm sorry I'm not gonna bad. When you go fast food and go off the dollar menu, and it wasn't too bad then, right? You get you a burger, a Frosty, and call it a day. You was good to go. You didn't care about nothing else. Let me get that real quick, and then let me go party with the rest of this money, man. Because you got to make that $30 stretch, man. So that's all it was.
See, the thing with it is that not only we got the per diem, like my first year when we were in Orlando, we had an alumni chapter that was there. So they were taking us out to breakfast, lunch, dinner. So you was pocketing that every day, and you were out there for a whole week. So you talking about $30 a day, $210 was a bunch of money
coming back to the Nashville.
You know what I'm saying? So you was able to do some things, but yeah, the NCAA tournament, they turn it up a little bit. I'm sure the guys are getting a lot more now because they're expecting, because the cost of inflation is going up, but they want the kids to eat healthier, which they should. All that burgers and all that other stuff, they're trying to make sure the kids eat a lot better than what we did.
Okay. That's it, man. That is it, man. We're gonna get ready to close this thing out, man, as we really walk through the final things of where TSU potentially is gonna land, on Sunday. And Flim, you've hit at it already. So for the folks who just now, because I've seen our numbers go up and down, we've had a little bit more people that's come in, but this first question is just about, what's the best case draw for TSU? So I know you said at the top of the show, in the middle of the show, but again, I want to kick this off with you to share that news again. So your takes on the best case draw for TSU.
Yeah, so the best case for me is we get a Big Ten team, like a Purdue, maybe a 14 seed. Purdue is projected 3, or Michigan State that's projected 2. Well, we don't need. I don't want us to get no SEC school. You know what I'm saying? We don't need that or Duke. But anybody else other than that, we gonna give them a problem. We're gonna give them a major problem. So the Big Ten teams, Michigan State, Purdue, Illinois, any of them jokers, we got them. But we gotta stay away from Duke. Gotta stay away from Arizona, which is gonna be a number 1 seed. You gotta stay away from Florida, which is gonna be a number 1 seed.
Mhm.
So those 16 seeds is not where we need to be. We need to be 15, 14, maybe 15, 14, 13 in that space where the Big Ten school gives us our best chance.
What you got, Curtis?
Yeah, I'm saying way with Flim. We gotta our Rellas early match up with guard heavy teams because that's where our strength is, and I believe that we can match up and be better than those type of teams. We run into any teams that have skill bigs, not just bigs. They got skill bigs. That's where we're going to run into our trouble because we can't zone them. We definitely can't play a man to man. We have to be able to use our strength, and our strength is on the perimeter. I hope I'm saying this and I'm pissing off our bigs to be like, no, we finna come out here and show y'all something different. But at the same time, we got to go with what we've seen all year, and our strength has been in the back.
Yeah. Bather, what you got?
Man, I just, from the coaching aspect, man, and put us in against whoever. It don't matter where we at. Let's go get to it. The only team that could beat us is us.
Yep.
And that's, that's how I know coaches letting them boys know, listen, it don't matter where we go, what plane we get on. When that ball get tossed up, it's on and popping. So it don't matter where we go in my eyes. Let's get rolling. Everybody's counting down. Well, we got like 10 days.
Yes,
no, less than that. Oh, we're talking. We get to play. Yes, correct. To play, correct.
Yeah, about 10 days. So listen, these boys get ready. Let's go get it. It's that time of year. Hey, I'm glad we here. Everybody alive and breathing. We want to just make sure we support the boys and Big Blue. What it do?
Hey, Bather, hold on, Bather. I got a quick question. Man, how you doing up there with the land of golden sunshine, bro? Tell the people, man. Tell us, man. I mean, I was hurt by what the weather did. I mean, to talk to the people, let us know what's going on.
So listen up, man. The land of golden sunshine has hit a little hiccup, but we got some good things coming back because I just got through picking up all that wood, Flim. Got it all set up. We got some. We just mapped out the flower beds. We're gonna repurpose that wood, so all the greenhouses are gonna turn into raised garden beds, and I'm gonna have about 40 of them.
Okay.
We're gonna have about 40 raised beds. We're gonna be growing year round. And it's gonna kick off, man. We got our first event. I'm having a little birthday bonfire at the end of the month at the land of golden sunshine, and then I'm kicking off the year with what's it called? I'm tripping. Easter egg hunt, April.
Okay.
The big Easter egg hunt for the community. Nashville, North Nashville style. We're gonna put some money in them eggs, and we're gonna make sure them boys running. We got 30 minutes. Find me eggs you can get. You know what I'm saying? On 6 acres. So. Land of Golden Sunshine, listen, everybody know the Land of Golden Sunshine originally is Tennessee State, but I'm Tennessee State, so wherever I'm at, that's where the Land of Golden Sunshine is. So appreciate you. And then one last thing, Reno, I want to send a condolences out. We had a fallen tiger this week, man. Shout out to Big Boy AJ. He passed away, man. Big Boy AJ was a great influence on everybody in Tennessee State from around 04, 05 to today, man. AJ was a great person.
He definitely was, man.
Mass Con. He's a Mass Con major. He got me in the TV. He was the first person I met at the radio station. And, DJing, the parties, to, pledging, to just being a great friend, man. AJ is truly missed. It hurt a lot of people. And we want to send condolences out to everybody that may have been affected. And, his memorial is coming up soon. But, this first game, we're going to dedicate this first game to Big Boy AJ. He used to DJ the basketball games. He used to make sure everybody was there. And listen, we got to, kiss your loved ones, man. You never know how much time you got, man. You never know how much time you got.
Man, you better know it, man. He had this thing where he would always say on social media, because I think he had some health issues that a while back, and he made it through, man. He would always wake up and post every morning, eyes open, oxygen flowing, blessed to see another day, man. So I had class with Big Boy as well too. I remember when he was crossing those burning sands into the Alpha Land, man, as one of the the Bloody O, man, Beta Omicron over at Tennessee State,
The
man.
Alpha
So
Land.
yeah, man, he's a like I said, he's an alpha man. He's a good one, man.
Got much
So
love for him.
heck yeah, man. So
Rest
like I
in
said,
peace,
go miss your Big Boy, man. Go miss you, man.
Yeah.
Definitely. So real quick, Curtis, I want you to give this the last parting shot on this, man. So I want you to give me the Sunday, well, should it be the Sunday headline, the Monday morning headline, once we find out TSU gets their seating and who they got in their bracket, man. Like, what's the first thing you're gonna say, like from a headline standpoint, immediately?
First thing I'm gonna say is, man, I'm glad them boys are in Tampa because it's
Hey, if they go to Tampa, we coming, man. We coming. If they in Tampa, everybody's coming.
Mike, hey, yeah,
that's what I hope to be saying. But
Yeah.
and truth and honestly, I do think they're gonna stay in the East. I think they'll be in Missouri, up in St. Louis. I can't even say that out loud with a straight face that they're gonna be in Buffalo. Me and Flim,
Buffalo.
that we're not doing that.
Yeah, man.
Slim trying to go down there. Hey, Slim just trying to go to see Niagara Falls, man.
That's all it is, man. That's all it is, man.
Over here, man. But
Tampa. I hope Tampa. I hope it is Tampa too. That's gonna be a fun.
Boy, please do, boy.
It's gonna be a good weekend.
every year that when we played both years in Florida. So hopefully they'll keep that tradition.
Yeah.
Okay.
Good deal, man. Well, look here, man. From hey, Miles, I need you to go ahead and get that music ready for us. Turn it up a little bit, man. We gonna send this thing out, man. As always, what a moment for Tennessee State basketball. 32 years of waiting for this, man, for this moment. Big Blue is back in the tournament. This is why we build this thing right here. We believe in you all. This is why we support you all. Why nights like this matter. Make sure we see you all Sunday at the Gentry Center.
Yeah.
Be there.
Yes, sir.
Beat us there.
Don't meet us.
Doors
there.
open at 4 p.m.
Miss Fox.
Beat us there, as she said. Beat us there before 4 p.m. The celebration is going to start.
Yeah.
It's going to be Big Blue love all over. Salute to Coach Nolan Smith, this roster,
Coach,
this alumni, the supporters, everybody who poured energy into this run right here. We don't care if you've been rocking with them all year long or if you're just now getting to the party. We're glad you're here. Let's keep this thing going. This Upper Radio Show.
All right.
There you go, Miles. Hit that thing. Go ahead and do your dance, Reno. Let's see. Reno be doing the Donald Trump.
It's time to tune in. Reno got the stats and the info. Rocking with them and be better than my kinfolk. We got everything you need and some
Let's go.
more.
Upper Radio Show.
With the sports.
We out.